What it do?
Hey, bro, you made me so happy, bro, to hear the intro, bro.
Always, fam. I told you small but surely, but man, thank y'all for another edition of Live
Live on
on Sunday, man.
Sunday.
Hey, bro, it's another week. Thank God we made it again, Mike. That
Hey,
we
bro,
cannot be
Pink look good
overstating
on you,
that.
my nigga. Pink look good
Hey,
on you.
hey, Bree, I appreciate you, bro. I be trying to get in there, add it up, switch it up, change it up. Let me know if you see it done on the Instagram. If it's tagged in you, Mike. If not, let me know. Check on your other computer. I know you gotta have your other one. But man, while we here, y'all, for sure, man. Thank you for another week, Mike. It's been good. You know, it's been crazy in this world that we got going on, man. We got a lot to talk about. Before we get into everything, Mike, tell the people how your week been, what you got going on, chop it up with what you've been working on. You know how we do.
Man, week been fantastic, bro. I don't think we shared with the viewers, but I shared with you. Huge interview this week. Smoked it, killed it. Big operations job with Amazon. I'm waiting to hear
Okay.
back from them, but I think I
Okay.
did very well. Anytime you leave out, nigga, the only thing that came to my mind when I left the joint was I'm feeling like the man when I walked through. Your boy was
Well,
too sharp.
congratulations, bro. Well, congratulations, man. And you got it, fam. Everything that you've been talking about is gonna come to fruition. All your heart's desires and your dreams are gonna come through, fam. Continue to
Amen.
work hard. Everything is gonna be everything. You feel me? And for me,
Amen.
Mike, this week, man, just trying to get back to normal, man, because I hurt myself. And I
Bro, how
told you,
you doing, bro? How
bro,
your Achilles, bro? You showed the
bro.
picture to everybody. It look ugly,
Ooh,
man.
ugly. Well, it feels much better, man. I did a polar plunge, Mike. One of my homeboys told me, man, soak it in ice, Mike. Cold in the mud, but right? It reduces the inflammation and the swelling. And I definitely been able to walk on it much better, man. Because Mike, I got a camping trip this weekend. So I gotta be back to normal. I already paid Mike everything, and the
Y'all got
gang
like a
already
tent or
said
y'all doing the RV?
we're doing the tent. Actually, the tent boy out there's a black
Ooh.
camping trip in Houston and New Braunfels, man. It's a black one. So if you are not hip, you heard it from your boy. Excited, man. Like 10 of us going, Mike. 10 guys.
That's what's
It's
up.
gonna be out there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man. So it's gonna be a big deal. So definitely
Okay.
want to celebrate with a little mini vacation. Then the next month, Mike, I'll be shooting up there to VA. I go up there and go see some of my folks on my granddaddy's side up there. Go check up on them, and I may shoot up to the 757. I'll let you know, G. I'll let
Let
you
me
know about
know. You know I'll be here,
that.
bro.
But as we going on, man, as we always do, Mike, it's been a lot going on this week, Mike. And my first raw, I want to give everybody, Mike. Let me chop and screw it up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never read the 48 Laws of Power, rule number one, never outshine the master. What y'all
Never.
talking about? Never, Mike. You never outshine somebody that paid for you, that looked out for you. You never bite the hand that feeds you. And the reason why that is, ladies and gentlemen, the person that looked out for you and put you on, know your secrets.
All
So
of it.
all of it, Mike. And what we got to talk about, and we're going to use an avatar of it. We usually don't talk about white problems, Mike, because that ain't our thing. We try to stay in our lane. But what we got to talk about, Mike, if you ain't heard that bomb, category 5 nuclear bomb this week, Trump and Elon are officially beefing, Mike.
They
I don't
broke
know if you
up.
see the tweets, but seeing is believing.
Bro,
So
they
I want
broke up.
everybody.
The
They
bromance, the bromance, the bromance is over, bro.
what number one, Mike? Like I tell everybody can tell when you're being disingenuous. Let's keep it
Correct.
real, Mike. We all know Elon who he is, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
tell everybody, we know he got his cars, we know he got that. But how else does he make his money? The relationship is more him leaning on Trump than Trump leaning on him, Mike. And I want you to say this. No matter what I go through, Mike, your boy ain't gonna never say this. It is time to drop the big news. The reason why the Epstein's file lane came out, Donald Trump has not made them public. He's in them. Come on, Mike. Those fighting
Hey,
words right there. You
hey,
try to say
bro.
the reason. Go ahead.
I was about to say, no matter what me and you may go through, I would never stoop so low to disenfranchise your character, bro.
Bruh. But again, Mike, we gotta know that the marriage was of convenience. You know what I'm saying? Elon made all these tweets, Mike, and like he said, I stand on business. He deleted everything, Mike. He made so many tweets about,
Ah,
oh, Mike, you can't even see him on the timeline. He deleted everything, Mike, by saying disingenuous things, by saying how he felt, Mike. I'm trying to find them all. He deleted them all and scrubbed it from social media, Mike. But there's one tweet in particular, Mike. Let me try to find it as I get your opinion on the dog. What's your opinion on the man, Mike, as you hear it right now?
I think no matter what you go through, no matter if you boys and then you fall from being boys, I think it's always cool to keep it classy, bro. Like it's never okay to. My parents told me never burn a bridge. No matter how somebody treats you, you don't stoop low. And if you stoop low, I guess you go like Elon and go to hell with it. You know what I'm saying? But it always looks crazy to me when somebody does that. Like, cause you was just on the gravy train with our boy DJT, man. He was on the board with
And
DJT.
Mike, and let's go how deep Trump went with it, Mike. The easiest way to save money in our budgets, billions and dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies, which mean welfare, and contract. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do that. What? Elon
Yeah.
was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate and forced everybody to buy electric vehicles that nobody wanted. For that, we knew months that I was going to do. He just went crazy. So, in translation, Mike, Trump took away the bag. Trump
Yeah.
said, "No, Elon, that bag that you want to force feed us, we ain't rocking with it. I'ma
No.
still be an oil and gas monarchy. I'm still gonna force what they said about this going across the country, and it is what it is, dog." So, Mike, as we see these things get broken down into it, Trump standing on business, dog. What's your take on how everything went down? Let's hear it
Well,
from Mike's point of view.
Well, I think Trump had to, bro, because to have an EV mandate and oil and gasoline has been your biggest number one lobbyist in the country since oil and gasoline has been created. That's a EV doesn't compare to the money and the purse strings that oil and gasoline has. If you do a EV mandate, you were spitting in the face of the Saudis. You were spitting in the face of Dubai. You spitting in the face of all the Middle Eastern people that we do business with, and it would not be a good look. So I can agree with Donald Trump. Like, yeah, we ain't doing that. You might have said it in closed doors that we doing that, but to do that would be very harmful and detrimental to the economic and social status of the United States of America, for sure.
Oh my God, I 100% agree with you, man. I think it went so far and deep that people don't realize that when Donald Trump was saying this stuff about him, man, he's speaking from the heart, Mike. I'm gonna say it again, y'all. The relationship was out of convenience. Elon tried to team up with Trump because he know, Mike, internationally his vehicles ain't selling like that. They
No.
too high. They cost too much. A Tesla should not cost. It's a reason why they've had to slash the price. Remember when Tesla first came out, Mike? What was it, 90,000? Now they going for 30. What drove that price cut to be so much? The
Well,
cars were too high, fam.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They was 90,000 because of the computer chips and everything that they had to put in them. They couldn't make it
Mm,
any lower than that. But you have to make it lower than that to please the consumer. Ain't nobody. A lot of people ain't out here with a $90,000 car.
Mike, who in reality,
Especially,
man, come
my
on.
bad. I was
You
about to say,
good?
especially when your competitors have cheaper and better use of EV technology. Toyota, Hyundai, um, Kia. They all have an EV vehicle that is superior. Tesla's just a brand name. Tesla's just, you know, like Polo. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
to
For
be
sure.
honest with you, it's better EV vehicles out there for sure. And the price point of the EV vehicles that are coming out now are extreme. I mean, how long has Honda been in the EV business? A
They've
long
been there for a
time.
while. They've
They've
been
been in there for years, if not 10. And I just say Tesla's kind of like the new kid on the block. And yeah, you're innovative, but at the same time, your cars be having a lot of problems. Your cars, unlike your competitor, your car can't go through. I seen a video from Houston. It rained out there this weekend real bad, and 2 to 3 Teslas was stuck, causing a car jam.
well, that's the real problem, Mike. And I think Elon ran into this issue. Number one is that you focus more on sleekness and how it looked rather than actuality operation. People can go when you get an iPhone, Mike, you care about the features more.
One
But when
hundred
I
percent.
get something that's day to day, the day to day side of it has to be sound. He is focused more on sleekness, imagery. It looks good, Mike. But like you said, day-to-day wear and tear, you've seen issues. And to me, Mike, I feel like he distracted. He's doing too much. He want to do politics. You having kids out the wazoo, bro. You seem unfocused,
Hands.
unhinged. You were supposed to be a diabolical genius, man. I don't know many, Mike. Let's keep it real. Billionaires that's having these many baby mamas, bro. You moving around like you Future. We expect it from Future. That's an artist, but you a
Yeah.
billionaire, dog. And you got how many baby mamas now?
13.
Third, Mike. That don't strike me as an intelligent guy.
That don't
I
strike
hate
me
to
as
be that way.
somebody. If you can't commit to a woman, how can you commit to business? How can you commit to politics? How can you commit to any of these things that are long term commitments and long term longevity? They have to have longevity, and the relationship that you have with your women don't have longevity in them. So
I agree with
I
you.
can't trust you.
I agree with you, dog. I definitely think he has gotten to you can't even say he's in his own world with it, brother, because all the dudes that at that level, you can't have distractions. It looks like he feeds off of it, Mike. So I think his product quality has went down. I think his views of how people view him has went down. I get it that you're supposed to be this evil scientist, but none of your stuff is really good.
Yeah, and to go back to it, like, yeah, the Tesla cars are cool, but like, how many recalls have they had? Massive
I'm saying,
recalls.
Mike. Yeah.
They had to bring the cars back. You had to return your
Mhm.
Tesla
Oh
to the
yeah.
factory,
Oh yeah.
and I just haven't seen that with any of his predecessors in the EV line, and he just pays for the most publicity if you think about it,
Yeah.
because
Well,
everybody else has had EV for a long time, and no,
yeah.
or the hybrid car like the Prius is now EV, but it's EV and gas. You know,
Mhm.
BMW has an EV and gas
Mhm.
combination. A lot of these companies just don't boast about it because I'm gonna be honest with you, like EV is not it's not cool. Like in the eye of in the eye of the beholder, right? In the eye of the nation, EV is still kind of trying to get a footprint.
Well, they haven't made it accessible, Mike. Even if I live in Houston, Mike, you live in a big city too. Where are the EV gas? Like once I heard Mike, they can
Wawa.
third party charging stations that you gotta pay. It's just so much red tape. Until they make it accessible for everyone, it's gonna be hard to tap into that market. Now, Mike, I do know people that have them, Mike. And if you have your home when you have the charging station, Mike, think about if your gas bill could be removed. It is a substantial savings and earning with it. But until you make it more accessible, more affordable, more meaningful, where it's easier to work with these things, it won't happen like that. So I think he knows it, Mike. I ask you all the time, Mike, when he talks about his wealth and his money, what makes him the richest? We see Jeff Bezos' money every day,
Right,
Amazon on the road every day.
right.
Do we really see why Elon Musk is that rich?
No, and I also look at it too, T, as a road trip, right? T,
Yeah,
we both got gas cars, gas stations anywhere and everywhere.
accessibility. Yep.
You don't have to set your road trip up in a gas vehicle in accordance to what gas stations are on the road. But
No, it's
when you
facts,
got
Mike.
that Tesla, you
That's
have to
facts.
set your road trip according to charging stations. And if I'm not mistaken, they only get 200 something plus miles to the charge,
Yeah.
where you can go 400 miles in a car.
That's the problem, Mike. I keep hitting that, Mike. He hasn't focused on he's focused on the sleekness, but as far as the main manufacturer, if he got, hey, Mike, if he could solve that and get 800 miles, I'm on it, Mike.
Bro, anytime.
I would switch tomorrow, but the accessibility, the what benefits you getting, it hasn't been achieved. And like I said, I definitely see the problems that he's dealing with, Mike, is starting to spill over into his work life. He ain't got to say it, but it's starting to show. And like I believe definitely his production has went down. Definitely.
But
And as we
well, you
pivot
can
from that
only
stuff, go ahead.
I was about to say you can only pretend to be on top for so long.
That's facts though, Mike. That's facts. That's facts, Mike. And as we move on from that subject, Mike, I want people to understand something, Mike. Politics, if you did not know, if you did not learn this in any school education program, let me teach you something, Mike. Politics is the subject of who gets what. If I'm interested in anything you're doing, what am I getting from it? It makes zero sense for me to stand behind any issue if I'm not getting anything of it. Don't make politics complex, Mike. Politics is the subject on who gets what, how it gets divided. So the person representing you should speak on your behalf on what you are getting. Don't fall for the notion, oh man, it ain't that. No, that's what politics is, brother. Politics is that subject. Don't believe a notion. Don't believe what everybody else talking about. That's what politics is. So as we continue to dive into politics, Mike, as we continue to dive into that subject, when you see this, Mike, being talked about, you see this subject of politics, you see it being broken down. I want you to ask you something, Mike. When we talk about politics for Black Americans, why are we always pressured to have conversations?
I don't understand because when you do talk politics, right? It's the pressuring in the conversation. It's almost like you want blind agreements. You don't want to have dialogue for real because the minute that I have a different ideological political conversation with you, now you upset, now you
Mm,
feel some type of way. And why do we
mm.
put so much into it that I know somebody that was like, yo, nigga, vote for Trump, I'm not gonna be their friend anymore. Why?
Come on now,
Why
Mike.
can't we have different opinions of how to run the country? That's
Wow.
what America is made for. That's what America is was designed and to built around. But the taboo of talking politics, a lot of people just talk Democratic and Republic. Let's talk real issues. Fuck who being the president because your vote really don't count if they do an electoral college. And that's what people, oh, it's your right. Yes, it is. However, every time that we vote and the way whichever way they wanted to go, that electoral college comes into play and you don't get the person that you wanted.
Hey, Mike, I want you to pause right there because you gave an excellent layup. Tulsa mayor unveiled a reparation plan to repair communities at the center of the 1921 massacre. The mayor of Tulsa has unveiled a reparation plan for the descendants of Tulsa Race Massacre, as well as the neighborhood area once known as Black Wall Street. On the first official Remembrance Day for the massacre, Mayor Monroe Nichols planned a Dub Road to Repair Center at the private trust task, raising $105 million in assets before June 1st, 2026, on the 105th anniversary of the massacre. The pursuit for better greatness. A people look back over 104 years and dare to be better, dare to come together, and dare to face its complicated past. Along with the trust, Nichols announced a release of a historic documents, 45,000 release papers for a city. We want to model that a partner. We want to foster a new level of trust with the entire community. Nichols, the first Black mayor of Tulsa, wow, Mike, told USA Today in his interview, the massacre has loomed over as an event and rooted from the trust of evil in this country. Releasing the documentation is one of the things, along with making the Tulsa Race Massacre an observation, I really think it is important. Mr. Nichols, the former Black mayor, Nichols also said, let's remodel everybody that we must repair, restore, remodel, and adjust the entire community. Mike, the first Black mayor of Tulsa is standing on business. What's your
Man,
thoughts, family?
we need to put that brother in bubble wrap, bro. We need to protect him at all costs because he is doing what many could not. And that is just the beginning. That's just the start of recognizing that it was something terrible that happened. And we need to be on the right foot of giving those who were affected, who were involved, and whose family was detrimented some money. I love it. I like it. And we need to make sure that that man has many more terms to come and he is doing something great in Tulsa that I think that we could model for the whole United States.
Beautifully said, Mike. For me, y'all, I guess I'm more even shocked. This is Tulsa's first Black mayor. What?
With all them
How is
black
it,
people in Tulsa.
Mike? How is that even possible? Number one. Number
Yes.
two, I went to Tulsa last year, Mike. We went out there for our anniversary, right? And went to see the Tulsa, Mike. There is nothing in the city remembering that besides the museum. There is no landmarks, Mike. There is no there is no historical terrorist attack. There is no news. There is no articles, Mike. You have Black folks in that area, Mike. But I am shocked how Oklahoma State University has much more of a campus feel and footprint rather than the Tulsa massacre victims. Number 3, Tulsa is the first time in U.S. history, we don't know, y'all, that there was a bombing to attack U.S. soil. That was before Pearl Harbor, man. That was the first time in the United States history a terrorist attack attacked its own citizens by dropping turpentine on them. We know these things happen. It is undeniable evidence. We still have people that are still alive, the lady that turned 105 years old, who still hasn't got the reparation claim. You know what I love more than anything, Mike? I want to speak for us. I love that we stay in focus. We're going to get into the topics later that we see in this world, Mike. If it ain't our issue, Mike, reparations is the main thing right now.
100%.
Shout out to this mayor standing on business and saying something about it. But all the distraction points, Mike, all of that, I am glad that we are seeing it happen more and more. Your thoughts, fam?
I would just like to see it. It's one thing to talk about it and one thing to say it. I would like to see the initiatives of it actually going into fruition.
Of course, Mike.
And the reason why I say that is because Tulsa is such a nasty and racial place.
Yes.
We've seen it before. I just would like nothing more but success for that man, and I'm terrified that something may come in the way that this plan cannot go into fruition.
Well, I think for me, Mike, and you're not wrong with that. That is a definitely good reaction for me, Mike. I don't ever remember in our lifetime us being that focused on this issue. When have we seen the subject of reparations being the forefront this much, Mike? When have we talked about it this much? So to me, I'm glad the energy is on that subject, because that's the main thing that needs to be talked about is economic justice, not symbolicism, Mike, not gestures, not giving somebody a job, not being the first this,
we put money. No. And I'm gonna be real with you too. It's kind of like, I want to say it's a little too late, because think about it. How much can that lady that's 105 enjoy that?
But Mike, remember, true. But we going, and this is the part that I'm glad you said that, Mike. Restorative justice is given the same thing from, remember, the Jews were not descendants. They didn't get the money back from the Holocaust, Mike. Their descendants did.
Right.
So even though the restorative justice won't impact the people that died, Mike, but it's still family members. You get what I'm saying, Mike? So absolutely. Great question, by the way. Those that were impacted, family, Mike, still there. Where we go?
Right.
So if I had a business and you killed that fam, my family had to flee that land, Mike, and go back, and we had nothing, you got to pay them in restorative justice. Just like y'all did the Jews, Mike, the Indians, the natives, which we understand, Mike, we don't push back on it. The main issue, again, Mike, and we're focusing on, we have gotten past symbolicism, which I love that. I got tired of Mike walking and no. Man, I know you got tired of it. I'm tired of doing all this. Forget out.
What we protesting for?
Cut the check, Mike. Cut all that. We're gonna do all restorative justice. You know the problem. Most of the problems we talk about, Mike, all of them are economic based. The reason why we have so many people fighting in the hood because they ain't got money, Mike, they're struggling.
100%.
The reason why people can get taken advantage of and hurt because they can't afford the public defense or defense team. The reason why so many things tend to happen, it's all centered around how you structure for your family. So like I said again, Mike, I love the energy. I love the spirit that is going. And let me say it again, Mike. In our lifetime, tell me another black mayor that has said such a thing.
Ain't done it.
Mike, you the first. Now we got to keep that spirit and energy going.
And where your friends at, bro? Because we need more people like you in cities like that.
Mike, and my thing is, we need a whole lot more, Mike, because I ain't trying to be funny. You see what's going on in Cali, Mike. You know, Melvin be talking to me all day about it. We got black politicians talking about giving them free. Look, man, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm showing this better than believing, Mike.
Oh, you talking about the immigrants and all that stuff?
Mike, I'm not trying to be funny, Mike, but I was gonna wait a little bit too, but Mike giving perfect alley hoops to these subjects, and I gotta show it better than believing, Mike. Sit down and have your seat soon, brother.
Stop here where the guns are. I want y'all to take pictures of these guns and let people know that they're in our city with guns, and I'm sure they have orders to shoot and kill. I don't know, but otherwise they wouldn't have guns.
One question, Representative Ms. Waters, if there's one statement or a message that you can send to Donald Trump, what is that message here today?
My message to Donald Trump is you are a cruel human being. and that you're using the poorest people in the land, the most vulnerable people in the land, to promote your politics. You are wrong. We know what this is all about. We have people who are immigrants here who are trying to seek a better living, who have come from places where they have experienced this kind of thing that he's doing here today. People who work every day, people who are paying taxes, who are raising their families, who are supporting education. They should not be treated this way. They should be given an opportunity to tell their story, whom they are, and why they're here, and ask the United States to please do what the Constitution allows us to do, and that is give them consideration for having citizenship here.
Ms. Maxine Waters, thank you for those words. Another thing, do you find it coincidental that this is happening at this time of the year right now? Is there anything that you can correlate with the timeline that it's happening with right now alongside?
No, I think that the president has not been able to live up to the threat that he used during his campaign, where he was going to get millions of them out of here. And I think it's come to the point where he thinks he's got to show something. But also, his ridiculousness has taken over the armed services to celebrate his birthdays coming up. And people are saying, are you going to spend millions of dollars celebrating your birthday using the armed services to do it? And I think that...
Mike, I want you to respond to that in real time. Seeing that video and one of our public servants so adamantly speaking about a subject, but never adamantly speaking about reparations. Your thoughts?
The thing that bothers me the most, and yes, we love our immigrant brothers and sisters,
For sure.
but what about us? What about your constituents? What about the people that's fighting in the streets? What about the homeless people that are citizens? What about the people on drugs that are citizens? What about the people that are disenfranchised, have to work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs to get by, that are citizens? I think that America is always being somebody else's hero, but their own people, and I'm tired of it, bro. We can worry about the immigrants anytime. Anytime we can worry about them. She talking about, what about their voices? What about their stories that need to be heard? What about them working? What about us? It ain't never been about us. What about the disenfranchised black people that you represent? What about the disenfranchised people that you represent, period? What about the homeless? Like I said, we got a very sick problem in the world, and homeless is one of them. The hunger, the disease, the famine. What about those things? We worried about people that ain't supposed to be here, that's not legally supposed to be here. What you saying? Like, I don't understand why we worry about everything else. Just like we gave Ukraine trillions of dollars. Why? We could have gave America trillions of dollars and fixed school system, fixed the road, fixed everything. We so busy want to be the superhero of the world, and we not superheroing ourselves, bro. That's the thing that irks my nerves so much. That's the problem. Like, it's cool to help other people, but to a plight, you help everyone else but yourself. That's why the country is in the shape that it's in right now.
Hey man, my boy Mike was cooking with napalm right there, dog. I agree with everything you saying, Mike. And the first thing that comes to my mind is that I don't ever remember anybody speaking out this vehemently when black people got killed or have a reparations claim. California has the active reparations claim going on right now. I want to know when any of those politicians we see in the street doing right by some of their constituents, when we have an issue, we never see the same energy. Mike
Never.
spoke on homelessness, a lot of things you mentioned, Mike, and you're right about. We don't see that same energy. So when I see this, it's letting me know that you are picking and choosing what you care about, which is cool, Mike. But
But
guess what?
you know what it falls into, right?
Go
It
ahead,
falls
man.
into that video that I sent you about
Mm,
them being able to have a platform but not speak on the issues that really matter. Them,
mm.
when it comes to black issues, they're not, they have a platform for entertainment, not for helping the public for real.
And Mike, I'm gonna show this picture real quick. A picture's worth 1,000 words, man. I ain't saying white folks crazy, but to see this happen in LA with the police and everything in the background, buddy, you really provoking these people. And I want many of my Latino brothers and sisters to understand this. White people say they're gonna do something. Don't think they playing. When they're saying they're going to remove this and get this thing back the way they want to, do not think that you are safe.
You're not.
They mean everything they say. Trump and his supporters are actively going to go after this deportation policy. If your paperwork is not right, if you don't have stuff right, get it right, man. I'm telling you, there is no, this year is going to be riled up even more. It's going to get worse. People thinking, oh, this is going to be in LA. He going to start going to Arizona, California, Mike, Northern Cali.
Richmond, Norfolk.
No, all they hit, they not playing. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, a lot of the Latino, this is from my Latino class too, y'all. Y'all gotta do something about y'all Sambo class too. The ones that say the slick comments, the one they say they believe in this and they vote for Trump, the ones that say I'm this, I'm white, I'm more keen, I'm not this, I'm not like you guys. Until you call that behavior out and let it know that it's no longer acceptable, you gonna continue to get these issues. Just like we have that spiritual influence to say, you don't speak for me, until y'all call that behavior out to let them know that some of them Latinos that talk crazy, we for Trump, we sending them home. If y'all don't speak out about it, that's something y'all got to deal with. Stop asking us, Mike, why we ain't speaking on the mic. Because I'm seeing a lot of videos, Mike, and you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that we make it clear, Mike, again. And you know, seeing is believing. Fair use, Mike, fair use. A lot of videos like this, Mike, with this energy.
Black community. Remember when you were on TikTok saying, we're sending this one out. We're not doing anything. What are y'all gonna do now? You chose not to protest. Mexican people were protesting. White people were protesting. Yet you sit your at home while everybody else is working. Now they're pushing for segregation. And now it's going to be too late. Because you, I say it's laziness, because you want everybody else to do the work, you know. What was the term you used? We're sitting this one out. Well, you sitting this one out, choosing to stay home, not protest. Now you're going to be segregated. Ain't that a...
I don't think...
Mike.
Let me run it up real quick.
Do
We are
your thing.
choosing to sit this one out because it's not our fight. Just like you chose when they put the water hoses on us, when they took our grandmas and put them in jail for protesting, when they beat our ancestors, you set that one out. It didn't have anything to do with you because you weren't even supposed to be in this country. I'm gonna sit this one out because you're not even supposed to be here. And if we go back to segregation, amazing. Do you want to know why? Because we have shown y'all how amazing we were when we were separate. We have did it before, and now we have more resources to do it again. And the resources that we had back then are not as good as the resources we got now. So, do you not think that if we overcame and did it and had better schools, had better policies, had black lawyers, had black businesses, black roads, black construction sites, what do you think is going to happen when we go back to that? We're going to thrive because we've been there before. And unlike you, you're going to have to pick a side. And the side that you pick is going to be most important to you because you've never been in this situation before. So, yes, we're sitting it out. Because where were you at? Where you at screaming that they did black people wrong? Where you at screaming that they shouldn't treat black people like this? Y'all always want us to be on the side, but don't never want to be on our side when the wrongdoing is coming. You're not white. You pretend and you can act like you're assimilating in these places, but you cannot. They don't show you. You the next nigga. You the next nigga. You are gonna be the second nigga, and they are gonna show you that you're gonna be the second nigga. So to me, it don't matter. Let's do it. Let's go back to it. That is something that I push wholeheartedly on this podcast. We were way better when we were separate. We were way better when we were separate but equal. Look at Black Wall Street. Look at everything that we accomplished. Look at the bus. Look at the bus boycott that we did. Look at everything that we did. You are gonna be shown better than you could be told. And I hope you're ready for it because the revolution should not be televised. And we already know what to do. I rest my
Mike.
case.
No. Everything you saying is facts, bro. I think the one thing that hits harder deeper with me too, Mike, is this, man. Is this whole entire subject of making it seem like we're supposed to say something every time you got an issue when it's not reciprocated. In the words of the great finesse 2 times, it's okay when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. You choosing to go about your way, like Mike said, and worry about your issues, I'm cool with it. Now, this is your issue. Stop saying the same thing you do to us that you want to be different. And I want to say something. Shame, insults, they ain't working. We just
Because we
not
don't
listening.
care.
We don't. If you have not caught the motive, reparations is so hyper focused right now, Mike. That's what it's on. We already know segregation still exists. We already know ain't nobody got our backs. We accept it. You thought, as Mike said, that you were different. Now that you thought you were different, now you got to deal with the reality of, nah. That's the truth. And I know it's uncomfortable, Mike. I know it's harsh to say. I know it's harsh to hear. But that's the truth about what's going on right now. It ain't nothing but good or hard. I thought I was different. I thought it was going to be a change, but it's not. And the reason why we got to talk about these issues right here, Mike, is because ain't nobody coming to save you. Like ain't nobody coming to save us.
100%.
Hold your nuts. Hold your nuts, Mike.
Hold
Figure
your
it out.
nuts and stand 10 toes down.
Stand it down. Because them white folks is not done, Mike. If you think this is how they going to start, Mike, I hate to see them next year. They
This
just getting revved up.
year one, bro.
Mike, this 6 months one, Mike. We keep forgetting that. This ain't even year one, Mike. This 6 months. Imagine them 6 more months. If you do not think this country will look different in 4 years, you are sadly mistaken. Trump is putting his thumbprint on these policies. These white folks are tired of y'all. I'm going to tell you something else, Mike, that hit me hard that I never thought about it, Mike. It's 3 things that Trump did that was big that we're not thinking about. Deportations, Mike. English is official language because you know why, Mike? Some lady told me this, Mike. There's no reason that jobs should have preference of you being bilingual. You in America, Mike. Why I gotta speak a different language? I was like, it hit me, Mike. That is actual reverse discrimination in a way. Not saying that you can't be an asset to it, but they're saying these are all things that Trump and his constituents have been working on. Y'all don't understand the play. They are literally, we taking this country back. That's how they feel. Remember. So now it's messed up. I agree. We're not saying we're not insensitive to it. But what we are saying right now is politically, you must change and you must galvanize your own class like we have galvanized ours.
Bro, I just don't understand what, like, dog. Nobody came to help us in the fucked upness that was going on in America throughout time. Jim Crow. Yeah, we had little small pockets of white people here and Spanish people there, but as a conglomerate, as a whole, why is it that y'all going through and the black folks got to put a cape on and save y'all? Like, I love my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Why do we got to say anything when no
Well,
one says anything to us?
you got to think, Mike. Before our generation, Mike, culturally, what did the older black people do? They stood up and said something, but they never got things that they were supposed to get done. So remember, Mike, we're going to stand up and say something for you, but we're going to sacrifice our kids. Look where we at, Mike. You think we getting the much fruits of our labor as we should have gotten, Mike, from our grandparents? No. Do you think they were focused, Mike? No. Now, Mike, we are saying, hold up. We're going to redo everything. We hyper-focused, Mike, to get with us so we could pass on to our kids, Mike. That's the difference, Mike. It is a difference in political philosophy. Mike, you got to think. Me and you are not staunch Democrats, Mike. Would that be said 20 years ago, Mike?
No.
You would be looked at crazy. Remember, if you were not able to stop. No, Mike. We got to understand, Mike, we are doing something revolutionary.
But truthfully, what has the Democrats ever done for us? And realistically.
But Mike, you got to think. When has them conversations that we have, Mike, been? Again, Mike, let's look at us, Mike. All the people we went to school with and have conversations with, how many of them actually have political-led conversations like we do, dog? That talk about it. Like, bro, hey, bro, I feel that, but nah, we ain't rocking with that.
Right. Historically, they have not done, and then shame on our parents. You got to vote Democrat. Why? Because they say they cater to the black folks. No, they do not. If you historically look at what they have taken more from us than any group. But we so blind allegiance, blind obedience, blind. Oh, the white. They promise us every year they're gonna do something for us and never do it. Not even Obama.
Well, you
Not
got to think, Mike. We are the first. Our give them, and I will give some of the older ones a little bit older than us, Mike. We are the first one that are breaking those change off by saying, "No, we need something." Again, Mike, I'm gonna say it. Me and you graduated from college 10 years this October, Mike. Our homecoming. Have anybody, anytime we were in college, Mike, did we ever hear the spirit of reparations?
no.
Did we ever hear that topic being approached, Mike?
The topic is cut the check.
Cut the check, Mike. Again, like I said, Mike, we got to understand how revolutionary. I know me and you talk about it so much, it's not that big, Mike. But I want you to have you ever talked this conversation with other black people in the world, Mike? They think it's very revolutionary. I have it all the time, Mike. When I say I'm worried about black first, they look at me like, why you keep saying that? Because, bro, I ain't worried about none of that.
Right.
I want Tulsa to get their money. Then I want us to get our money. That's the focus.
And
All
it
that other stuff,
like, but until then, until the check is cut, that's the only drum beat I'm marching to. Cut the check.
cut. That's it, Mike. And the reason why that's so important, Mike, we got to understand. And this is another subject, Mike, and I'm gonna post me right here because it came up on Twitter, Mike. You know, always we do our research for the event, man. I want people to watch something, Mike. Shout out to my dog, Mike. Again, fair use, Mike. And this is about Juneteenth, Mike. Juneteenth is a holiday exclusively where I want to hear nothing but Black American culture and identity. What most people get confused about that holiday is that our ancestral lineage earned their freedom. It wasn't given. It wasn't like how we've been taught in school. That's all bull jive. I don't want to hear no other culture's music, food, or anything being mentioned. That holiday is exclusively for Black Americans who put the pride in how they earn their freedom. And I want most of us that do not have the cultural reference or the spirit to stand on that to learn and understand more. And what I mean by that, don't say it's a cultural for Black people. It's not. It's exclusively for Black Americans in this country. I don't care if they don't like it. Because when you have your holidays and your festivities and events, we respect it. So, like I tell everybody, I want the same energy of respect, love, and admiration that we give to other people. And I don't care how they feel about it, fam. Juneteenth is a holiday that we got to take serious and love and establish and respect and put some respect on it. June. Mike, I had to say this multiple times this week because, Mike, I don't know if you've been seeing. I've been seeing Caribbean Juneteenth, Carnival Juneteenth. What the hell? What are we? Listen,
Convoluting it Juneteenth. Let it
Mike.
respectfully stand alone on what it was meant to be.
Mike, it is the point is so disrespectful now, Mike. I got another video from the TikTok that's speaking on the subject before you really take off on Juneteenth and the subject, Mike. Pay attention, Mike. She's Nigerian woman.
I don't want to go out and hear music from 2010. Like, I feel like all DJs, they need to just retire any music that's older than 5 years old. Like, on a regular basis, like, I don't want to go out and hear no hands. Why are we still playing that? There is so much good music from the last 5 years. Why are y'all still playing Roscoe Dash, all these old? I don't want to hear that. Play some Gunna, play some Burna Boy, play some Tim, some Wizkid, some Tyler, something like some Afro beats. Like, there is so much good music from the past 5 years across all genres. Why are we still playing Roscoe Dash and Waka Flocka? Why am I?
Mike, take off on that, family.
We still playing it because that music is still deep within our soul. And I'm gonna tell you why we still playing it. Because most DJs that are DJing these venues are DJs from me and Terrell's era. So that's they bag. And what we gonna play? Drill music? What we gonna play? Niggas getting shot music, kill 'em up music. That's not a vibe that I want to have when I'm in the club. It's cool to play one, two, three of those songs, but the songs that you listed, those songs was feel good music. Those songs move the crowd. Those songs make you want to dance. Those songs make you want to have a good time. Some of this other music, nigga, first of all, you play Burner Boy more than one time, I'm walking out the fucking club. You play Wizkid or all that. If you immediately
Mike, what's the Wizkid song in the past 5 years? What are you talking about?
exactly, he only got one.
Mike, before you even I'm gonna let you finish before I really take off on this one, Mike. Go ahead, dog.
My thing is, you have to appreciate the past. It ain't much. It's gonna go away is eventually, but that's we are trying to create the culture, recreate the culture of people actually dancing, having a good time, interacting with each other instead of us looking like fools just standing still. Cause all this new music, all we doing is standing still and hating everybody, ready to shoot everything up, ready to kill. So I commend the DJs that are still playing those musics and still playing, having that old mix, as you call it, because it was an era. It was a time where things felt good and felt right. Right now, things ain't feeling good and feeling right, and ain't nobody making no music for things feeling good and feeling right. And if they are making that kind of music, that music emulates the music that you just said.
For me, Mike, number one, I want you to understand something. You ain't naming popping Black American artists. Nobody wants to hear Tim's. Nobody likes Burna Boy's ass. Nobody likes Wizkid. You ain't naming Lil Baby. You ain't naming Young Boy. You ain't naming none of the popping young artists that are going. You are naming African artists. And I hate to say this, Mike. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers being so disrespectful, bro. If you like the African music, go back there. I don't want to hear no Burna Boy. That nigga trash. I said it. Who want to hear that on repeat? You
That's
being so disrespectful for our music genre. We listen to our classic because Mark DJs know how to mix it in. Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? It's played. It ain't never going away. Michael Jackson's Pretty Young Thing ain't never going away. We play our classics because we have them.
bro.
You being disrespectful saying I don't want to hear No Hands. No Hands is a classic that will always get played. Those clubs you name, they will never pop. Afrobeats wave is dead. If you have not heard me, Afrobeats is dead. The music is gone. It is trash. The music is over with. We don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, it don't go well in America.
It don't because it's not a good vibe, Mike. What is it about, Mike? It all sound the same as house music. Cool, we got it.
It's
That's
common.
what you prefer, but stop trying to put your preference on us. And another thing, Mike, that's our culture. I don't like it when you motherfuckers try to disrespect our culture, bro. If you don't like the culture, go back to where you from and play your culture. Stop trying to be underlying disrespectful, Mike. That's what it is.
100.
It's disrespectful. We
Hey,
don't say that about what y'all play. When you wear the outfit with the garb and the hat, that's what you wear. That's cool. But you look like not an African woman, shorty. You look like a black woman. Even your head, how you got everything. So what the hell are you talking about? Y'all kill me with the side hand disrespect. Like I said, Mike, Juneteenth is not just a staple piece. The political culture is not just a statement piece. It's how it's going right now. We got a code of staying on culture. Black pride. I don't want to hear that. If you don't like it, go over there then, shorty.
bro, but
Play that shit over there.
who want to hear? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mike, what? I don't even like when they play it, Mike. It's Mike, he's remixing Brandy. It ain't new music. It ain't organic. He biting somebody else's swag, bro. What you talking about? He ain't innovating nothing. What you talking about like he that dude of a dude? Come on, man.
Bro, I can't even hear 5 minutes of that shit when I'm looking
Bro,
like.
Mike, it irritates me, bro. Like for real, it really does. Like, man, who do y'all people think y'all are, bro? And you get on there, y'all say it's like you the Brit, we a black Brit. Y'all ain't black, man. Stop it. Make your own swag and stop biting ours then. And for you to get that comfortable online to say that is crazy, man. Mike, ain't shorty from Houston, like, man, where do y'all spot that we go to?
Right.
I done been there almost 5 years, Mike. I ain't going no damn Afrobeat spot. I'm walking in here 2 songs, Mike. Howdy. Mike, am I lying?
Nah.
Reggae spots been dialed off. Come on, man. Let's stop the foolishness, fam.
And for what she said, they throw the reggae into the mix of what we like.
Mike, it gets two scratches on.
And it's at the end of the night when it's almost time
And
to.
Mike, and they don't even understand culturally, Mike, those songs that go back in the day are when you wind it down when you trying to catch something. You slow the vibe down when you trying to catch something. I see you, mama. Come here. Charlie, you trying to catch something. It's
Yeah.
creating the vibe. Y'all don't even understand that.
Right.
The DJ is trying to create the vibe of finding someone, finding your one. Well, I'm going to ride with you for the night, and I'm going to show that you're going to all them songs. That's what it's for. Tevin Campbell gets played at the end of the night because you're looking for something who you can talk to. But y'all don't even understand that. You just want to hear Afro beats, the house music the whole time. Man, you know how trash that club going to be?
Trash.
Why do you think the sound has never taken off globally, man? It's a reason why.
Taking off in Africa and the Caribbean.
That's it, Mike. And they ain't never led no culture.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit more
Mike,
than
ain't nobody trying to what? I'm sorry, Vibe Cartel still ain't pop like he's supposed to. He got some songs where him shits is not getting played. Keep it funky, man. And like I said, when you name your artists and people you name, you ain't even naming Young Poppin' one. That was disrespectful to them. Tim's ain't had no what? Who's playing Tim's, Mike? Tell me 5 songs.
I only know that one.
That's it. Ain't even her song. That's Future in them.
Damn.
Shit, it ain't her song, Mike. That's Future. Drake slid on that. What we talking about?
I'm not paying to go see her either.
Mike, what?
I'm not paying to go see Burna Boy.
What?
I'm not paying for that.
Mike, he looks like us. It's funny. You say culturally, where's the culture? But you look like us, my boy. You don't look like a Nigerian, man. What a Nigerian shit. Where? and wear that and play your vibe. Stop acting like you not emulating. It's just that's what gets me the most, man. I look at you, bro. I see you trying to be like us, but you saying we don't have nothing. Bro, you know how crazy you saying?
Crazy.
Ain't disrespectful. And like I said, Mike, going back to the original point, I'm so glad the movement is strong with it, Mike, because I want us to have more Black confidence, man.
Right.
I want to continue to see young boys proud of their history, proud of their heritage, proud of where they're coming from. And I'm going to say it again, Mike, Juneteenth, remember how we've been letting it slide, Mike? I ain't letting it slide. I don't want to hear nothing but our music. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no mix of nothing. I'm being for real, Mike. We got too much of our culture that's influenced to not play us and to have a cultural pride for that. Stop saying that we ain't earned our freedom, Mike. We earned our freedom. They ain't give us shit like Mike said.
Ain't never gave us shit.
Ain't never gave us shit, Mike, and that's okay, Mike, and I hate you.
We had to make it better.
Everything we had to make better, Mike. Everything we had to make better. Everything we had to make it pop, man. And I don't even know, Mike, you know how what else is so funny, Mike? You really gonna laugh at this one. Whenever you hear the no culture comment, Mike, I hope you're sitting down for this one, right? And this is, you know, my dog Mike loved this subject. Mike loved this subject. I don't know if y'all know this. For the people that can't see, just listen.
Yeah. Bro.
For those that cannot see, those are Filipinos mimicking everything you see at the HBCU. I'm going to let it play for 10 more seconds before I let Mike take up on it. We got our music junkie in here. Mike, as the music junkie that you are, take off on a big dog. I see your face. If only y'all could see Mike's face.
Bro,
Describe how you feeling to the hey Mike, because we got an audio audience, Mike. We gotta explain stuff. People been telling me, y'all play the videos, but y'all don't explain it. You gotta explain what you're feeling, what you saw, what you thought. Maybe take off on the music, Mike.
happy, but I feel like I shouldn't be so happy because God damn it, there's somebody trying to be us. But bro, they oh no, hold on,
You
T.
you fine, you fine. So what
I
Mike
got
just he
I got
dropped
too
the note on
happy.
that. He's back. He's back, y'all.
Damn.
Mike's back. He's back. The camera difficulties, technical difficulties. Take off on the family. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you feel?
All right. So what I saw was the best form. They say flattery or imitation is the best form of flattery. I saw the greatest imitation of the greatest experience that you could have, which is being a part of a historical black college band. I myself spent 5 years in a historical black college band, and that took me back to the very first time I marched in the band. It was like, them legs was up, them knees was high, and their energy was crazy. However, they ain't had no instrumentation for real. Like, where was the instrumentation? So what I saw,
What's that mean, Mike? Break it down.
so they ain't had no instruments. They didn't have any drums. I don't know if they was just going off a track, like from when the camera was being panned. Oh, excuse me. I was waiting to see the band, like I was waiting to see the musicians, cause I was like, shit, who the fuck playing like that? But it had to be a recording, and it most likely was a recording of Jackson or Southern University. That was 100% swag, and it's okay. I love the swag. Me myself, I was part of the MEAC, but swag is cool. It warmed my heart, bro. That cause music is the language where when we can't talk and speak, music is the creative language that we all can focus on. You know what I'm saying? So to see those young brothers and those young sisters emulating the experience of being in a historical black university band, it warmed my heart. But at the same time, I was just like, damn, we can't have nothing. We can't have nothing. Damn. They got the Filipinos and doing the drum educators. God damn.
Well, the first thing that came to my mind, Mike, is you niggas have no culture. We ain't got no culture. Did you just not see the culture being mimicked? As Mike is a music guy, Mike is going at a different level. Me, first thing I kept saying is that, man, we got so much power and influence. Man, we got so much impact. You got college students from different countries mimicking what they see our college artists doing. How is that not culture? How is that not influence? How is that not individuality? They're not mimicking anybody else, just us. And if you don't believe that's the strongest art form of culture in the world, you just hate my boy. That's the first thing and the only thing that comes to my spirit is that, Mike. Mike is a band leader, band advocate 5 years. He can speak about the deep, intricate thoughts. Me? Oh, we run the world. Swagger, energy, presence, everything. Mike danced through the boys, even the girls, the way they were walking.
Bro,
That's
they were
all black women.
videos of a black college band. I can tell you that.
Mike,
The,
was that not verbatim matching and doing what they doing? Like, I didn't even catch the Mike saying them playing it. I ain't even, Mike went a different level deeper. Mike is absolutely right.
I ain't see nobody playing no instruments. I heard the band. I wanted to see the band. Like I was like, God damn,
But Mike, you might be right. They probably can't have that soul in that Mike, like you said. You probably right. It probably is. I ain't even again, Mike going deeper level with it. I ain't see nobody playing. It probably was the sound effect. And again, that's more swagger jacking, Mike. That's more you biting what I'm doing. We got an anti-biting culture, Mike. You can't bite my swag, Mike. You gotta make your own swag. You gotta remix it, add a little sauce on you. You can't just eat the way I eat it, Mike. We got
right.
an anti-bite culture. Am I lying?
They could have made it a little more Asian for sure.
They should have put a little persuasion on that thing. It would have been a little hard, but you just copy it and swagger jacket, man. And it's funny when I hear it, Mike, because we know it's so real. And what else we know that's so real, Mike, as we continue to dive into it. Share it live, Mike. You know, I always bring my boy Mike in here to get his real response. Mike, This is the part of the live I was not wanted to. We at that halfway mark, y'all. Share the live, Mike. Lil Wayne's album came out, the Carter 6, dog. Give your honest take, brother. Let me go ahead and hear it, Mike.
Anticipated Carter 6. Flop, nigga. Yeah. And you know it. Say I am a Lil Wayne fan to the fullest. Dwayne Michael Carter. Stop it. This is your warning. Stop it right now, my boy. You have shown me multiple times that you are not willing to grow as an artist and you are willing to stay in the same place that you once were. And these rhymes was not hitting, nigga, at all. Usually I could pick a favorite song. I did not have a favorite song because I didn't listen to the whole album because the shit was trash.
Oh.
And I am a Lil Wayne head. Like, bro, you gotta develop, grow. Stop being the same boy that Birdman found and harnessed the energy. Stop being in 2001. You still in 2001 and the world is in 2025. You 20 years in the past, my boy. I'm not gonna call it trash, but I am gonna say that it was overrated. All the hype, we've been waiting for a Carter 6 for a long time. We've been waiting for it, and it just didn't meet my expectations. But who am I? I'm just an engineer. I'm just somebody that deal with music on a daily basis. But Lil Wayne, I expected more from you, and you let me down. This is your last and final warning, Dwayne Michael Carter. Please, either grow up or dip.
I'm gonna go there, Mike. Remember when they said Wayne was showing disrespect towards Kendrick and Kendrick and Pusha T made a response saying you'll have to tour forever, no growth and development. Wayne, you have not grown as a man and as a person. Your lyrics, your content, the thing you discussed, it's sad, bro. What it lets me know is that you view yourself as something that you haven't had in a long time. And you are scared to talk about anything real, of substance, of real issues. I want all hip hop heads to learn something. If you make a song and you can mention, like Kendrick did, current course dialogue, reparations of black issues, your records will shoot up. If you make the records that are clubby, sound the same, you notice all of them are falling flat, Mike. The people are showing you with their energy what they want to hear. And Wayne, we don't want to hear about you 40 years old eating coochie.
Bro.
We don't want to hear about you still Sue wooing. We don't want to hear about you still from Mike. You're 40 years old. Your daughter's 18, 20 years old, dog. You ain't talking about fatherhood. You ain't talking about getting your money back. You ain't talking about learning from your contract disputes. You ain't talking about anything else you got going on. Your music sounds the same because you are the same. You have not changed. That's what people are saying. Wayne, you don't have a fan base anymore.
No.
I don't know who's going to see his tour, man. I'm sorry.
I don't want to go see Lil Wayne. I wouldn't even pay. The only way I go is if you gave me somebody was like, hey, you want some Lil Wayne tickets? I would go for the nostalgia of going to see Lil Wayne. And I'll probably leave. I'll tell you the truth, I'll probably leave early.
Back, Mike, if you play any of that Carter 6, it has zero replay value. Wayne, you need to go to Jeezy route. Don't drop no more music. Play your old stuff. Jeezy got Thug Motivation 101 coming out in 20 years, Mike. I'm going to see it.
Right.
That album still hits at a certain level. Jeezy not trying to recreate it. He know what he is, Mike. He not trying to tame a new fan base. Wayne, either you go that route or you change your content. Hip hop is supposed to be journalism, if you don't know, y'all. To my younger artists out there, hip hop is supposed to be street journalism. It is supposed to be how you share information, what's going on in the street. Everything that we see got going on in the street, Mike, what did he mention? He ain't mentioned Carmelo Anthony, Mike. He ain't mentioned reparations. He ain't mentioned Trump turning it up. But you talking about eating coochie and Sue Woo blood. That's what he said, Mike.
Grow up,
That's
bro.
the gist of the album.
Grow up. Grow up.
I don't know if he can, Mike, and I'm gonna say something else. Remember those Wayne comments he said a few years ago, Mike? Ain't no racism because my beat something. I don't do politics because something. Wayne is catching up to you, my boy.
This is your brain on drugs, kids.
Mike went there.
In real
Mike
time.
went there.
In real time. And
Mike
this
went there.
this is people not telling you enough is enough. This
Not
is
Mike, right?
and you out of your mind all the time because you do drugs.
And you sound out of touch, Mike. You don't sound like you know what's going on. You don't sound like you know what the culture's feeling. Mike, you ain't talking about inflation, high prices, people struggling. You ain't talking about nothing of substance.
About eating
That's
food,
what lets me know, Mike. You live in your bubble and you are too out of touch.
bro. And you know that's what people say they like about Wayne. He stick to himself. Bro, you didn't stick to yourself and drunk so much lean to a deficit.
Or Mike, guess what? That's what they did like about Wayne. But when you're 40 years old, that's not cool. You
Bro,
haven't reflect back, look over your shoulders, look at anything. You feel me, Mike?
right, you 40 plus with multiple kids.
Most Mike, like I said, when you're a younger guy, it's kind of cool to be in your tunnel vision because we was all in tunnel vision trying to figure it out, Mike. Now we looking back, Mike, like damn, we went to Hampton, we ain't learned shit. Me and Mike talk about it all the time.
Ain't learning a goddamn thing.
It's not cool to keep going that same route, Mike, and you ain't learning to talk about nothing. We got to talk about real things.
You have to develop as a
You
human.
have to, and your audience has developed, and you have not, Wayne. So it lets me know, like Mike went there, Mike, right?
Then man,
Drug.
then man, when you stop learning and when you stop growing and you stop showing what you learned and showing how you grew, you officially we can call the corner. You're a dead man.
I'm gonna tell you something else that's gonna hurt him too, Mike. If DMX did not have the drug spill, Mike, he would be much more of a greater artist revered. But the drugs hurt his legacy. We like X, Mike, but we don't remember how big DMX was. DMX was up there, he was past home. But we remember the drug side, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Wayne,
Drug side.
Wayne is falling into that same thing. You putting out bad music, you look bad, your hair looks bad, you
And I'm
pretend nobody really talking to you.
at T. And this is why you didn't make the Super Bowl, my boy. And
Oh,
everybody that was always should do the Super Bowl, you're delusional. This is why he didn't make the Super Bowl, my boy.
and you know what's crazy too, Mike? You saying that? He has not ascended with his career. He's descended. Kendrick, since Good Kid, Mad City, Mike, has went up. So it's kind of crazy how they've had reverse catacomb careers. Like Wayne hit his peak, Mike, down. Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly, Morales, GNX, he's still going up. He's still reinventing himself. Wayne is the same Go, Could, Holly Grove. It's the same. I can tell you what the music going to sound like before I hear it. And that's bad. But again, Mike, no growth, no development, no growing as a man. What you lack in your manhood, and it's kind of crazy to say it, Mike, the whole Young Money, Nicki, Drake, Wayne. You can tell, Mike, they've been so much on getting money that the stuff in life they've missed. Wayne and Drake are the same, Mike. We're not talking about it.
Right.
Y'all been party, have fun, live your life. Music has went down. Drake,
Mm.
party, have fun. Creativity, music went down. It's kind of crazy how that is too, Mike. I
But
wonder why that is. You know, you the music head, Mike. Why that is?
because you a mirror of who brought you in and who brought you up.
Mm.
Mentor is not elevating and elevating you, and your music is not elevating, and you're not elevating yourself. Are they really a mentor?
Keep going, Mike. Keep
I,
going.
bro, it's becoming sad, bro. Like Wayne, you was one of my favorite artists, bro, and it's becoming sad that I don't like seeing you like this, bro. If you somebody should really tell you, and I'm gonna tell you why he keep touring. That's the only way he could get money.
No, Mike. You think he broke?
I wouldn't say bro, but that's them. Come on, bro. Think about why Frankie Beverly kept fucking touring, nigga. That's the only way you could get real money from touring. The
So you
label can take anything and everything that you got going on, but touring is like your money. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be one of the old ass niggas. He already think about it, bro. Frankie Beverly and Maze, bro. Frankie Beverly was like 60, 70 years old, still on the
Mike, that thing was still, you know, the old heads loved it though, Mike. The old
Yeah,
heads loved it.
Lil Wayne,
I
nigga.
feel like it's different. I feel like Wayne, he ain't got the Beverly. Does he have that Beverly fan base?
Bro, and I'm a diehard Lil Wayne fan, like, nigga.
Is you going to see him, Mike?
Riding in the car the other day, straight spitting old Wayne, bro, listening to him. But bro, if you might as well do that. Just go around town spitting your old shit. You ain't gonna get no new fans, but old niggas will come support you. But nigga, you need to go to the Norva. I'm not going to see you at the Coliseum, nigga. I'm not going to see you at the Scope.
Not the Nova, Mike. You ain't have to stand for that man like that, Mike. Go on, fam. Mike said the Nova.
The
You
Norva.
right though, Mike. He ain't showing nothing now about the Nova. But is he getting money from the Nova like it? Because his Wayne's tickets be high, Mike.
What are we paying for?
Mike, you going deep with it as always. You making me pause.
What are we paying for? This nigga's a degenerate at this point.
Mm.
And I hate to say that about one of my favorite artists, but nigga,
So can he not sell it out, Mike? You saying Wayne can't sell out a venue no more?
I'm not saying that. Niggas gonna want to see Wayne, but nigga, I'm gonna give you an hour at most and I'm going home. This album was trash, bro.
It was. It was a bad album. It was
And
real bad.
like, why are you even still coming out with albums, bro? Like,
I said he should go to Jeezy route for sure. I agree. He should go to Jeezy. Ain't put out no more music, Mike, letting the old one sizzle. He ain't talk, but you know what hurt Wayne the most, Mike? He's had so many cringy moments. So many interviews make you be like, I don't even know hearing Jeezy talk like that. So
Jeezy
he
don't.
let his music just slay, so it's better. You know what I'm saying? Wayne has been kind of political, saying comments. I don't believe in. Remember all that stuff, Wayne? You said that was crazy, and I feel like all of that hurts him now.
Bro, but who do you is always who you got around you? Cause my people ain't letting me. First of all, bro, you look terrible. Like
Ah,
like who is around you that's not like, come on, man, clean yourself up. Your skin looking fucked up, your hair looking fucked up. Bro, that's what friends are for.
no,
And
you know, Mike.
if I was looking broke and destitute, even though I'm a multi-millionaire, Terrell, the first thing you gonna say is, bro, what you got going on?
No, you ain't lying, Mike. You not lying, fam. You are definitely you.
Uh,
You ain't lying, fam. When you're right, you're right. Mike, right now. I just
and the second thing you gonna say, as a true friend, and you listen to my album that wasn't good, is nah, nigga, that won't it.
see. You don't think he even got nobody listen to his music no more?
Man, who would have let him put that out?
Yeah, I wouldn't let him put that out. How we know Wayne and who we always said who Birdman was, Mike? Ain't nobody talking about it.
True.
You know, we always give Birdman a bad rap, but all I gotta say, when Birdman touch the music, it always slap. It always does, Mike.
That's 100.
Mike, our next great topic for the night that we gotta chop it up on. I hope you ready, dog. I finally understood why 50 and Diddy are beefing, Mike.
Boy.
The mini war between 50 and Diddy is personal, Mike. If you have not heard, Diddy had 50's latest baby mama on the payroll, Mike.
Hey.
She was taking up to 3 dicks a night
Oh my
and
God.
only got paid $10K a month. I
Oh man.
didn't understand why 50 hated Diddy so much, Mike. But hearing this stuff,
Bro, hey Chuck,
well,
can't hate Diddy at that. You gotta hate the shorty. Like you only you fucking 3 dicks a night and you only getting 10 racks.
you know what they kept doing that was messed up too, Mike? Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. 50 was capping. I said, damn, y'all ain't gotta. I just hearing that, Mike. Number one, 50 does have a problem with hate now, Mike. We love Fifth, but it's too much now. Like, what's going on, dog? Are you happy? I feel like I see a lot of negative energy all the time. Your hate for Diddy is something different now.
Bro, you gotta hate a nigga that had your shorty turned out like that.
I gotta ask the next question, Mike. Why did you think you need to put a baby in?
He got caught up, bro. That shit must be good.
It, I'm gonna keep saying it again, Mike. To sleep with Diddy, you a different type of shorty. Am I lying, Mike? The Diddy? Carisha, please. I wouldn't touch him, Mike. We know how Diddy get down. But you the fool with Diddy, you a different type of person. Ain't nothing wrong with him, Mike. That's your lifestyle. But I can't go nothing after Diddy. Mike, can you go after Diddy now, hearing all this information you hear? I used to date Puffy. Used to date what?
I
You did what?
Bro, I probably would laugh just like I did.
You did what? You dated Diddy? How long? Oh no, we know how Puff got there.
Right.
Mike, if you went to a freak off, Mike, we know it was multiple ninjas laying up on you.
Bro,
Diddy was cool with 4 or 5 of them. 4 or 5? One night? Lord, Mike. If you dated him at any part of your history, like I said, Carisha, please, I'm sorry. You can't, any dude that marry you can't marry it, Mike. He was already peeing on and everything, Mike. You know he was being disrespectful. You remember that, Mike? I like what Diddy did. What? What? You running out the who? No, Mike.
Bro, and the internet is a scary place because it lives here forever.
Mike, you just, I don't even know how you can comfortably just, you dated Diddy is like an end of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad you is.
You gotta feel for Fifth because, like, look, bro, anytime that he wanted you, you said that you would get a babysitter and go get the 10,000. So you mean to tell me you ain't even take care of my child, nigga? You going to get a babysitter to get effed by 3 or 4 dudes? Come
Mike,
on,
a night.
nigga, that's
Mike, you
child.
know how, Mike, that could be 30 in 1 month. Damn. You got to put it in perspective, Mike. That could be 30 new dudes. Mike, 30 new bodies in 1 month is crazy. Think about that, Mike. You got to think about that.
50
Your baby mama.
That's his favorite baby mama. That's his favorite child too.
Well, 50 only got 2 kids, right there. He only got 2 kids.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I mean, I get it now hearing this information, but it's just like seeing it more, y'all.
Bro, and
Diddy
it's
was really,
even be that bad.
say it again.
They don't even be that bad.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. The whole light skin, Cat Williams hit it on the head. Fat face, light skinned woman, he ain't lie, Mike. Some of you dudes go out sad for it, but to hear how Diddy was doing his baby mama, Mike, is like different level. I mean, you got to hate Diddy after that.
Niggas love their baby mama, bro.
Hey, I'm going to say it again, Mike. The new word is if you dated Diddy, Mike.
But look, T, she was doing them tricks that she learned from the freak off on Fifth.
Mike, why you saying that, dog?
Cause why else would
You think 50 was still hitting it too?
Why else would you stay? Who had it first? Which one came first, bro?
Mike, no, 50, you can't say that, man. No, Mike. You think Fifth was still hitting it for real?
I don't know. You know niggas be still hitting their baby mama, bro.
Oh, Mike, what about you kissing in it? Oh, Mike, oh, God.
Bro, the
When
fact
oh.
to do the freak offs, and she's supposed to be raising your child, bro. That's the issue I got. Like, come on, man. You go get
You're
a baby.
making me hate this subject more and more, Mike. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yes. For
We
some.
gotta touch on your subject, Mike. What was the guy's name, Mike? What was it? Tell me his guy's name. You sent it to me. The boxer. Hold on, let me go to Instagram. Mike sent it to me. Tell the story about what happened, Mike. You already sent it to me, dog. Let me find the article right now.
Let me
The
go.
boxer out of Norfolk, too, man. Let me find this joint.
Yeah, let me run with it when you finish, bro.
Go
Because
Keyshawn Davis. If you do not know, Keyshawn Davis, wait in. Let me go ahead and get a mic. This go ahead. Good Lord, hold on. So what was the fight supposed to be at, Mike?
at the scope, bro.
No.
Yeah. I mean, the fight still went on. It was still some undercards, but his personal fight got canceled
No, Mike.
for the city, for the culture.
I ain't know his fight got canceled too, Mike.
Bro, yeah. At first they agreed to keep going, but once he got vacated of his belt, the other team was like, nah. And you got to think it's a safety issue too, bro. You
Keyshawn Davis stripped of his WBO lightweight title after missing a weigh-in with Eddie Dos Latos fight canceled. Keyshawn Davis' run as a lightweight champion has ended without Davis making it into the ring in his first defense. Davis badly missed his weigh-in, leading to the stripping of a title ahead of Saturday's planned fight with De Los Santos. Not only did Davis strip of his title, but as ESPN and Andreas Haig reported, the fight has been canceled entirely after two sides failed to negotiate agreement after the weight loss. Davis weighed in at 139.3 when the fight missing was supposed to be 135, a whopping 4.3 pounds. Wow, that's crazy. De Los Santos was 135.7, leaving him eligible to win the battle belt without even fighting. The card went on. In the immediate aftermath of Davis missing his weigh-in, veteran boxer journalist Dan Rafael posted on X that his Santos promoter saying, "We still waiting for the negotiations to see what happens." Mike, as someone that's in that area, locally seeing what happened, Keyshawn Davis, talk to his family.
First of all, it was an embarrassment. All that hard work, all that talking, all that interviewing, all that everything that you was doing, Keyshawn, you let the city down. You let us down. You didn't even get to defend your belt and had to lose your belt because you were not disciplined. Now, it's two things to this, Terrell. He could have not been disciplined, or this was him saying that he quits that weight class and now is a welterweight. Welterweight is 139 to, I forgot, but it's like in the 140 range, right?
Right.
Now, this was you vacating your your weight class and going to the next weight class. That was just a disrespectful way to do it. I personally don't think that. I hope if you had intentions, that was bad intentions because you got the whole on your back. You had Michael Vick, you had Allen Iverson rooting for you and doing business with you. That's bad business. You had the whole city ready to come out and support you, and you weren't disciplined enough to not keep them 4 pounds off. And what and how embarrassing is it, bro, for you to win a belt, be the world champion, and you didn't even lose world champion in the fight. You lost world champion to the scale. That's undisciplined to me. That's not okay. Now people got to get their money back. And secondly, this is the part that I don't like that you really made the city look bad. Your job is a boxer. Your brother's job is a boxer. Your other brother's job is a boxer. They were your undercards. One of your brothers won the fight. You and your other brother jumped the gentleman that beat your brother in the fight in the locker room. How do you explain that, bro? His job is a boxer. Either you win some, you lose some. Like Pop said, but you fight another day. Why did y'all jump that man after he put the beat on, he put belt the ass to your brother? That's crazy. That's ghetto. That is subpar behavior. And I wish I could see you face to face. Now you might punch me, but nigga, I ain't got no boxing skills. You're professional. But for you to go into the locker room and jump somebody. That's just where's your discipline? What the fuck you got going on? What who do you think you are? Like, bro, you won one title and now you just doing all this lame shit, bro. That shit is not cool and it make the city look bad. Stop shouting out Norfolk. You make the city look bad, nigga.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Mike, and thank you for showing me the article, Mike. What it shows me is that when people get a title or achieve something, they don't understand, Mike. You just got there, bro. Everything you do now, you have to step up above to maintain it. Mr. Davis, you won your first belt. You hit something on your list. Now everything has gone down. Now you got a lawsuit you got to pay for. Now you got to refund those tickets. Now you got boxing promoters thinking you're unprofessional. You don't even understand how many steps you just took back that you got to regain in your career. And what you didn't know, the career in your lane is wide open. Tank Davis had a draw. He ain't been as popping lately. It's so many other cards. Terrence Crawford is older. It's a perfect lane for you to actually take care of Norfolk and open up everything. But what you did is you showed that you aren't ready, bro. So now you got to step back. You got to reevaluate yourself. your circumstances, your family, your friends, your loved one, everyone that's around you, because guess what? You take care of a lot of families. Now, sir, after this stunt, you in the red. You owe money now. You owe the Norfolk Scope. You owe Boxer. You owe everybody else money now because something did not happen and you did not perform. What you got to figure out now, how much support do you got? How many friends do you actually have? How many partners do you actually got that's going to ride for you, dog? They riding for you when the checks is good, Mike. Everybody eating good when the money coming in. But now you down. Now you have to crawl back up to get a rematch. And it's going to be hard to say. Your final thoughts on that subject, Mike?
Don't bring the rematch to Norfolk, nigga. Don't.
Mike going that heavy with it, Mike?
Bro, that's embarrassing, bro. You couldn't even do one thing, is to make weight. Second thing was to carry yourself as a gentleman, and you jumping somebody, bro. That goes to show me your mindset is small.
Well, we got to always remember, Mike, money, the one thing we say about money, y'all, we keep getting confused. Money don't change you. Money makes you more of who you already are. I had this conversation among the men's group, Mike. Everybody mentioned to me, money this, money that. No, money don't have no effect on me. I don't care what type of money you have as a man. I care what type of man you are. Because the way you are when you get that money, it's going to show me who you are no matter what. Are you honorable? Are you respectful? Are you going to stand on business? Or when you get the bag, you're going to think it make you change or something different, Mike? Nah. Your character got to remain the same when you got nothing. And Keyshawn Davis, your character was challenged. And you showed that you have flaws as a man. Again, Mike is passionate. Mike is telling you some tough love from the city. But as an outsider, 757, second home to me always, man. We got to know. You now have to redevelop to build yourself back up. What is the new Davis going to look like? Mike said don't have it at the scope. He might be right. Have it in Baltimore.
Right. Don't come back to the scope, my nigga. That shit is embarrassing to me. Like, what type of person? That's unsportsman. That's very unsportsmanlike, bro. You gonna jump somebody and beat somebody in a sport of fighting?
Mike, don't forget that lawsuit about to be vicious, dog. Don't forget, Mike. When you are in the combat sport, Mike, you can no longer fight anymore out in the streets. Your hands are lethal weapons, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Davis, you caught yourself a bag. You have to pay that man. So now you got to cut the check for him, cut the check for your family. Excuse me. Cut it for your baby mama. Cut it for your side chick, Mike. That's a lot of money. That's why athletes go broke. They don't think about it. You cashing a lot of checks, banking on income is going to come in, Mike. Your income just stopped. But, Mike, you still got bills. Now what you going to do?
Yeah, because this fight could have had a big purse, bro. It was defending your WBO champ. You didn't even fight to defend it. You lost it by being undisciplined. Now,
Yes.
I will say this. I will say this. If it wasn't undisciplined and it was strategy behind it, now you going welter. I just think you could have did it a different way.
That's still a big gamble.
Have the whole Norfolk and the whole city waiting on you and ready to see you. You did it before. You had a spectacular performance, and I just think you let undisciplinedness get the best of you. And I think saw the success, you saw the money, you feeling yourself now, and it's okay to feel yourself, but not at the detriment of the whole city that was behind your back.
On our last few subjects for the night, Mike, let me go. I forgot to do my shout outs like we did earlier, Mike. Father's Day is around the corner, Mike. If you want to know what to give somebody, I wish my dad. Excellent book, Mike, I read about last year, 2 years ago. I wish my dad taught me how to be emotional. I wish my dad taught me how to express my frustration that has to do with anger. I wish my dad taught me how to listen to men and women without taking it personal. I wish my dad would have a multiple conversation with me. If you need a book to give to somebody that's very important, I had it back here for a reason. Father's Day is around the corner. I wish my dad. Very phenomenal book for black boys, black men, and how to express yourself. Great read, Mike, and great subject, Mike. Great subject, Mike. Next subject, Mike. Hope you ready, dog. Can you turn a whole Mike into a housewife? If you haven't heard, Mike, Brittany Renner already got a divorce from Gates. They ain't been married 2 months, Mike. I know she's taking up Islam. I know she's trying to reconvert herself. We know Kevin Gates' stories and history, Mike, but less than 2 months in, y'all calling it quits. Mike, your thoughts?
I just think when you're gonna marry somebody, you gotta know them. It can't be convenient. It can't be. It has to. You got to know them, and I feel like sometimes these celebrities just jump the broom way too quick. Like, I like you, let's marry, or maybe it's a business to bring my money towards your money. But I never thought that was a good look, Kevin. Right?
To me, Mike,
That ain't.
Kevin Gates is a dreamer.
You say he a creeper?
Dreamer.
Uh-huh.
What he always wanted, Mike, and he expresses his music all the time, is he always wants a family. But with him, Mike, and most dudes that are like that, they don't understand that a woman's mind is what a family is, not her looks. Brittany Renner and his first wife are very aesthetically pleasing. What I'm already seeing, Mike, is that neither one of them had wifely qualities. You are keeping choosing women based on what you find attractive, Gates. Until you find a woman that does not even fit the criteria that you need, that mentally has the capability about family, you will continue to have the same thing happen to you. I know you always get that you're a spiritual guy and you're deep in your philosophy, but your choice of women shows me that you're not, bro. It shows me that you are repeating the same cycle and cycle and cycle. Stop telling everybody how smart you are. Stop telling everybody how deep in philosophy you are until you get this family thing and choice and selection right. I don't want to hear it no more. As he says all the time, demonstration is better than conversation. Until you demonstrate that you can pick a better woman that wants a family, Kevin Gates, don't talk about nothing no more with relationship advice. Until you show it, you lead yourself, then you lead the room. I don't want to hear no more, I'm this, I'm philosophical energy. I don't want to hear it, bro. You figure it out. Then you discuss it. My bad, Mike. What was your thoughts on the subject? I had to get that off of him, Mike. I had to get that off.
I totally agree with everything you just said. You had me quiet because I was like, "What type of this your second failed marriage?
Second, Mike.
You have children. You have
Mm.
you as an artist. You are I don't know if you're a role model, but you're a role model. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta understand what the roles and the world around you, bro. You speak a good game, but like Terrell said, you don't demonstrate a good game. And then you Brian, who is a very great family man, and you trying to show him how a woman should be, and you can't even hold a woman down for 2 months.
I, that's my whole thing about it, Mike. That kind of bothers me the most about guys like Gates that always, whenever I meet a man, Mike, and I hate to be like this towards certain guys, I only give advice, Mike, on stuff I know and I actually know how to speak on. When I'm not educated on the subject, I don't speak on it. Guys of Kevin Gates that try to give advice and speak on certain things, if you don't have it figured out, brother, stop speaking on it. I noticed something, Mike. Black issues, they speak on it. They don't have it figured out. Relationship issues, you speak on it. You don't have it figured out. Any issues that you need to speak on, you don't. But anything that you think you're confident on, you speak on what you do. So it kind of shows me, Mike, some insecurity there. Because as a man, you only speak on what you conquer and what you know.
Right.
So if you ain't conquering what you know and it's everything you speaking on, bro, your subject needs to do this. And it's
Hmm.
sad, Mike, because she's trying to do Islam, but she's still who she is, Mike.
She ain't gonna never stop being who she is, bro.
You think she can never convert? Can you ever turn the hoe into a housewife, Mike? Is that what I'm hearing?
I just think she too far gone. Like now, it's
I
like
agree.
it's to me, it seems gimmicky.
Mm.
100% serious.
She wears her job. She wears the customized material. But I agree with you. I think the same thing with Black China. It seems to you've converted over now, but have you converted over? Have you changed your heart? I ain't saying you didn't. I'm just asking questions. And again, when you ask questions and you get defensive, lets me know a lot. Because I should be asked questions. I should question you. Because if your behavior is on the line, then it shows me a lot, Mike. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
believe, Mike, and that subject is tough, man. But hearing that you got a divorce 2 months in is brazy to me. Y'all ain't even been together that long. Y'all were just together. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Mike, most people, when they talk about racism, they don't understand the North and the South are different, Mike. I'm gonna watch this video, Mike, and see what you think and see how real it is. Take two. Share the live. Share the live.
There's a saying about basically northern racism and southern racism. It's like in the South, they want black people to be seen. What is what?
Well, there's different versions of it, but there's like in the North, they don't care how high you get as long as you don't get too close. In the South, they don't care how close you get as long as you don't get too high.
Right.
So the idea being that in the North, you can be a black doctor, but don't move into my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whereas in the South, they're like, I'd rather you live next to me than be a black doctor.
You can move in.
Yeah, you can move in.
Just don't go to med school.
Also it's a legacy of like enslavement. Like white people in the South are used to black people in a way that white people in the North are not used to black people.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah, still
working it out 140 years later.
Mike, take off on that subject when you hear it. You believe it's true? I definitely believe. Go ahead.
We've spoke on this before in our conversations. I feel down south, like people be very surprised. Like, I was talking to somebody and, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm an operations manager. I run 2 Canada drives. Nigga looked at me. Yeah, I do that. Like, but like people in the North don't care how successful you get. Just don't live next to me. I don't want to see you every day. I don't want to see your success. I can hear about your success and applaud you for that, but when I have to experience your success, that's when I have a problem. Like he said, people in the South, you could live right next to me, but you better not fucking make more than me. You know what I'm saying? You better not have no Cadillac in your driveway. Your kid better not go to college and you paying for it, right? Like that's where it's at, where it's like, I'm seeing you do better. That's crazy.
That is so much of a fact, Mike. I think people up north get confused. They don't think racism is as covert, as strong as it is. People up north also will do this to you, Mike, and they'll never say it. Don't live next to me. Don't date our women. And don't be around me. Up north, Mike, but I lived in D.C., Mike. I don't know if you remember. Before I moved to 757, I lived in D.C. for 3 years, Mike. And people, especially black people in D.C., would think that they are in a post-racial society. But when I moved to D.C., Mike, I never did tell you the story. I always heard, man, are you from Southeast? I never understood what they meant at first, Mike. I'd be like, what the hell is, why do y'all always ask?
Hey, shout out to Southeast. My dad from Southeast DC, bro. Benning Road. Shout out to it.
But Mike, I never knew what that meant. Like I used to be like, what the hell you mean?
Are you from?
Right. Mike, I never caught that until like a year in. But when I would meet black people from there, they'd be like, man, no, it's so different up here. I'm like, no, these white motherfuckers all think y'all from Southeast. Mike, they used to really get at me and they used to wonder why. I'm like, man, it is so segregated in DC, Mike. They make it very clear, like, you don't live here. You don't come over here. I was approached in DC multiple times. Do you know where you're at? It's like that, Mike. They try to act like it's different because we have immigrants and other cultures, Mike. But no, segregation is still strong. Levitt towns, white areas. Most people don't know. I'm going to pop a balloon for everybody. Boop. All of our sundown towns are in the Midwest, in the Northeast, in the North. Mm-hmm. There are no sundown towns down south because black people live everywhere. People don't know that, Mike. There are only sundown towns in the North, in the Midwest. There are none down south. That's a misconception that we have.
I'm going to tell you something that hit me so hard when I was working one day, bro. I had a manager, and this was right out of college. I had a manager. I was a manager, but she was over me. And she was like, you know what, Mike? You're Carlton Black. And I love that about you. Nigga, what the fuck is Carlton Black? And what I had to understand is that she was saying I'm non-threatening.
Yes.
I'm palatable. Is that the right word? Palatable?
Ooh.
Like, look at me using SAT words and shit.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm not. She feels secure and safe when she's around me. And I looked at that motherfucker, bro. I was like, yo, what do you mean by that? Like, I need you to explain and express how I'm Carlton Black. She was like, well, you're educated and articulate. So I'm black and I can't be educated and articulate? No. What you're saying is I'm not hood and ghetto and you're not afraid of me and you enjoy working with me because of those things. And that's overt racism right in your face. That's wow. I didn't know black. And I guess she said, quote unquote, she had bad experiences with black people, but I was different from the black people that she had those experiences with. Crazy.
Mike, I'll go deeper than that, Mike. And that beautiful story, by the way. Remember when I first came to the 757 when Marco first hired me in Chesapeake? I ain't know Chesapeake's history, Mike.
Right.
I'll never forget, Mike. We went on a tour in Towano. Towano's a sundown town, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped me and Marco and asked what was I doing there.
Right by
We
Williamsburg.
didn't even know, Mike.
Right by Williamsburg.
Sundown town, Mike.
Wow.
I felt it. Marco didn't know what was going on, but I said, hey, we need to get. He said, well, why did the guy ask me that? I said, Marco's a sundown town. He said, what's that? When I told him, Mike, he didn't know, Mike.
Yeah.
He from Germany. Remember, I honestly believe, Mike, he didn't know. But he was like, wow, I don't need to have managers like that out there. I was like, yeah. You're a supervisor of a district, Mike, and you don't even understand the racial dynamic of these areas, Mike. Mike, I believe Nate went through that in what's the name? Moyotte, North Carolina. For sure. Right. We forget, Mike, that these towns are still growing and actively, Mike, again, in the 757 in the black area. Yeah. But you go right up the road, Mike. You know what I'm talking about. Bland. Some parts of Delaware. The whole Pennsylvania outside of Philly. Outside of New York City, the whole, let's stop playing, Mike. So like I said, we have so many of these conversations, Mike, it's so deep. Like, people don't understand, like, we talk about racial dynamics, it ain't no better. That comment towards Mike was a hostile comment, but she said it nicely, Mike. That was a very hostile comment, Mike.
Of course. And you know what I did?
What you do, though?
I think I need to go to HR. She was like, what happened? Next thing I know, I'm the manager, nigga.
But for real though, Mike, I believe that a lot of us, and again, Mike, shame on Hampton for never teaching us that covert. We talked about external racism, Mike. Down south, Jim Crow, send them niggas home. That's what they did in the South. In New York, you're Carlton Black.
Yeah, bro, Carlton Black.
Mike, what kind of shit? What?
What type
That's
of black?
Covert racism.
Yeah, bro. And said it sweetly. Said it like she really ain't mean no harm. Like she was giving me a compliment. Like
Mike, I'll never remember how we both grew up, Mike. I'll never forget. Since I've been an adult, Mike, it's two big things that are undertaught, Mike, that I want to definitely do an interview on for black males. The trauma of going to white schools as a black male and how it affects you in your adulthood. Number two, why we are never taught racial dynamics, especially black men, with dating, working, or being in this regular world. We haven't been talking about that, Mike. We don't talk about it. Like you said, Mike, you experienced that in the workplace. That was a hostile comment.
100%. We can't be talked about it because our parents don't know how to deal with it.
Uh-oh, Mike, you cooking.
Our parents still are trying to figure out how to handle themselves in those type of situations. So they cannot begin to educate or teach because they still dealing with it on their day-to-days and their ins and outs. So they can talk about it, but they cannot inform or instruct how to deal with it because they have not themselves mastered how to deal with that type.
That's a powerful statement, Mike. That was a powerful statement. I guess to me, Mike, when I say it, at least inform. Y'all are telling us that we are homogenous, Mike, and everything is in the past when ain't shit changed out here, Mike.
Nigga, this still Jim Crow.
Mike, it's still, ain't nothing changed, but y'all telling us to do ain't nothing changed. And if you believe the change, look at Trump in the White House. That's all I got. All this, we got Obama and we're a post-race society. No, the hell we not. Obama wasn't on code, and now we know how they feel and how they standing on business, Mike. Our last and final subject for the night, Mike. I hope you ready. This one's kind of deep, Mike. It hit me deep. We always got to finish with a bang with the relationships, Mike. I know your favorite subject. Pop the balloon. But I believe, Mike, this is probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. Controversial subject, Mike. Fair use.
Name one positive thing that the father of your child contributed to you to make you a better person. So, for example, like I said, I was married.
My son.
Your son, that's it.
That's it.
There's nothing else good came from being with him. I'll give you an example. So when I told you I was married, she taught me how to drive a manual car. So now I know how to drive stick. So that opened the door to so many different cars I can drive. My last relationship I was in, just a regular girlfriend, she was a big advocate for politics. So I actually voted for the first time this past election. I was big on not believing in voting or anything, but that was one main thing for her that she wouldn't go for.
Oh, well, that's good to know you're flexible, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like, we don't have a bad relationship or anything like that, but my son is absolutely the best
blessing.
thing.
It's the best thing, for sure, for sure. I'm sorry.
And why did you pop her balloon?
I feel like you didn't have really anything positive to say about the father of your son.
Oh.
And that's very, I don't know if it's shallow or not. You had a very good reason. And I just feel like if you're in any relationship with the person and you're willing to procreate with them and have a baby with them, at least there should be something good that they did to make you a better person at the end
I
of the day.
agree with you.
But it's not.
It should be.
Yeah. But
everybody
shit happens, what they say. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
Mike, great conversation.
That was
great subject.
That was extremely deep. And I will say,
take off, fam.
As a mature adult, no matter how tumultuous, no matter how tragic, no matter how fucked up any type of relationship was, you was with that person and that person was with you. There has to be at least one positive thing that person has brought into your life and that person has taught you. Me, myself, I can think of multiple positive things that each individual I have experienced has brought to me. Now, I may hate these motherfuckers, but at the end of the day, you can articulate and understand what it is that you have learned from that person and what it is that person has brought to the table. No matter how fucked up the relationship is, everyone has learned one thing or have obtained one thing other than a child positively about a person that they were with. And if you haven't, that means your mindset is off kilter, because I'm pretty sure that person learned something from you. Like he said, it could be the easiest thing, the smallest thing. Hey, this person taught me how to drive stick. Hey, this person taught me to actually understand politics. But the fact that he didn't harbor the hatred and harbor the animosity, and he got past all that and realized that, hey, this person taught me this, and that's cool. Like, it's cool to be vulnerable and not nasty and evil. Like, everybody in this world is in our life to teach us a lesson, whether it's a bad lesson or a good lesson. Every single person that you interact with, whether it's romantic or monogamous, is for you to learn something from. I had a relationship with the bad boss. What did I learn from this person? I learned that my shit better be AJ squared away, I's dotted, T's crossed. I learned never to fold. I learned always to be tough and out and stand 10 toes down against opposition. And I can tell you the truth. If I see this lady in the street, it's hands on. Immediately. Immediately. But I learned from that. I learned from that relationship. Even though it was a tumultuous and tragic relationship, I still learned from it.
That's deep, Mike. I would say for me too, Mike, and that was bars what you said. For me, this speaks to me wholeheartedly, Mike. If you're dating people and you ain't learned nothing from them, that's a red flag.
100%.
If everybody you dating, everybody has a negative comment, everything was bad, everything was horrible, you ain't learned nothing, what the hell are you picking? Now I got to start looking at you like, are you picking the same people? Where was the growth? Right. Where was the understanding? Where was the maturity? Where was the growth and elevation? Where was it in your journey? Because I hear you talking about the bad stuff, which is fine, Mike, like you said. But there was no good. You ain't learned nothing.
You can even learn from the bad, though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, Mike. But like you said, Mike, if I don't hear nothing, you ain't learned nothing, everything was bad, I gotta look at your selection process now. I gotta look at you now. I gotta look at you like, damn, shit. You ain't reflect on nothing.
Right.
What nothing good? That nigga just wasn't shit. You was dating him the whole time. And you gave him a baby?
Right.
Man, Mike, man. You gave a bad dude a baby? Okay. That's definitely a pop moment, Mike. Definitely, Mike. You articulate that well, brother. Mike, it's almost that time for my dog, man. We almost at the great live, by the way, dog. We killed it today. Smooth, no hiccups. Tell the people what you got going on this week, family. What a growth, the opportunity. We tried the Instagram today. It went kind of well, Mike. I'm gonna try to look on the playback and see where it's at. But give him tune, Mike. What's going on with you? Audio. Your audio's off. I can't hear you, fam.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I'm just learning, creating every day, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just waiting to hear back whether I did well or didn't do well. That's all I'm focused on this week. I changed shifts, so we're gonna have to figure something out. I changed the night shifts this week, T, officially. So we'll have to figure something out. Maybe do it in the daytime right after work for you, but it's different. Thank you. Now, there ain't no congratulations, man. I don't want to be congratulated about switching to the night shift.
Man, congratulations for now. It's going to be good for you, family. Be all right. Everything going to work itself out. Don't stress. Don't worry. Everything will work itself out. Congratulations, dog. We can do an impromptu. We can switch it up. Like I said, I always keep it good, man. Even if you got to take a few weeks off to get yourself acclimated, I always tell you, bro, get yourself adjusted first. Ain't nobody going nowhere forever.
Hey, nah, I ain't missing this. This is my therapy, so we gonna figure it out.
No, I'm saying if you got to get yourself adjusted until you figure your routine out and we pivot, we can do that. Don't miss that. Get yourself. Don't stop the money. You know what I'm saying? It's small. We still. Hey, it's almost been. It ain't even been a year yet. I feel like it, don't it?
You're right. We gotta do a giveaway or something for the year, bro.
We will. Hey, everything is gonna come together as it need to be. Tell people your socials, Mike, where they can find you.
Follow me. Hey, my page is someone very close to me, someone that I love. My page is on construction mode right now. We revamping it. Where McCall at on IG and Mikey McCall. I will be posting more for your pleasure.
My dog, Michael McCall, signing out. Give him your last bit of word, Michael. What else you got going on this week? Anything?
That's it, bro. Just get back to the bag. Hey, but my word of wisdom for the week is you always got to stay true to yourself. Don't be a follower. Always be a leader. And always understand that yourself is always worth it. Yourself in the end, yourself in the beginning, everything that you're going through, put self first. And you'll be fine.
That's good, dog. Make sure you sign off, man. I'll see you until next time, family. Peace.
Peace.
My dog signed off, man. Another great edition of Live on Sunday, man. It's been a good week, man. I got to think about this week. We got two things going up on the topic, two things going up on the docket. Main thing I want to mention to everybody is to make sure you have fun. You try to enjoy yourself, enjoy your time with the people, your family, your loved ones, and when you talk to. Second thing is make sure you understand that your week is coming up. Get you a check-in. Like I told y'all, I wish my dad would have taught you and things my parents would have taught me. Both are available. Make sure any inventory, any time, anything that you need to get, that you get to do it. Also, watch the news, man. Stay in tune to what they got going on. Stay in tune to whatever you see got going on and make sure you're aware of all the things going on around you. I know a lot of times we tend to overlook it. We don't think it's important. But a lot of things we see going on in this world right now are very important. Good, bad, or indifferent. Stay aware of what's going on, man. Stay aware of the news and the list of things got going on to you. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Check on your loved ones. Check on people that you think about. And again, crowd game. Until next time, enjoy your Sunday. It's me, signing out. Peace.